Alright, fun's over. I made 2 back-to-back videos on stuff that I like, so now I'm gonna starve this month unless I start yelling into my mic about children's video games again.
Lord have mercy.
If you think about it, Roblox is kind of an anomaly. Back in like the late 2000s to early 2010s, it felt like you couldn't escape casual MMOs targeted towards children. Pop Tropica and Club Penguin are some of the more popular ones that come to mind for my older viewers. I remember Cartoon Network had like an MMO based on their Tunics branding, but like I can't find footage of it anywhere. I know my American viewers don't know about Tunics because it wasn't a thing in America, but like at least it was a better brand name than the Nudes. God, I'm at the point where I'm calling 2000s kids old. Back in my day, all our PC online games were played on our parents' office PCs and ran on Flash. Roblox is like the only game from that era to persist today, but as we all know, it lost that 2000s web game charm that it once had, and it slowly shifted to a more corporatized platform. Before we continue though, a quick self-plug. Stop! Look, I see you ready to skip this, but please just give me 1 second. We surpassed our initial goal of 25k subscribers by the end of the year, so now the goal is shifted to 50k subs by the end of the year. I know it sounds like a lot, but we can do this. Another thing, if you're on mobile, YouTube has this new feature called the hype button, which is basically a supercharged like button. Let's see how much hype we can get on this video. Also, if you somehow manage to not skip this whole segment, I appreciate it. I need games to play because Roblox is an unoriginal wasteland. Give me some underrated game suggestions that you personally feel aren't hyper monetized so I can at least see that there's a glimmer of hope left on the platform. That said, time to continue the video. Roblox's whole thing at first was that it was a platform where kids could easily make games for others to play, but now it's more of a business to make Roblox games rather than making them for fun. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a bad thing in of itself. Roblox has gotten so advanced in the past decade that you can make games that you couldn't dream of 10 years ago. This is a lot of infrastructure that needs to be paid for. Still, Roblox, both the company and its game developers, are constantly finding ways to squeeze money out of you. So that brings us to the core question I want to ask. How ethical is Roblox's monetization for its child target audience? Let's start with the basics. Roblox operates under its virtual currency, Robux. If you play Roblox regularly and didn't know that, oh, Lord save your soul. With Robux, you can purchase things in games or in the catalog, and a percentage of that Robux goes towards the developer or the creator. Seems pretty straightforward. Back in the day, Robux wasn't even a thing. The only currency that you could earn was Roblox points. That's not to be confused with player points from 2014. For those of you who care, let alone remember about player points, neither of which could actually be spent on anything useful. Okay, side tangent over. What I was trying to get at was that Roblox made it so that developers could exchange the Robux for real money, and this system is the Developer Exchange, nicknamed DevX. And this strategy from Roblox may sound like, on a surface level, that Roblox wants to share in its earnings with the devs, but this was pivotal in making the games that we see today by accelerating the monetization of Roblox. Firstly, we should talk about why this is problematic on such a big platform like Roblox. It should be made absolutely clear that Roblox is a game platform and not a game in itself. Roblox shares more DNA with Steam rather than, let's say, Minecraft. The experience is completely up to the individual game developers, but unlike a place like Steam where you can see the price upfront in your real-world currency, everything is obfuscated with Robux. You can kinda do some mental math about how much real money your Robux purchases, but there's always that disconnect where you have to think. There's social pressure as well to spend money on Roblox. Now, this isn't anything unique to Roblox, as literally every online game with social aspects ever has stuff to spend money on. Little Timmy was just as likely to buy the Fortnite Gooner skin of the week as he was likely to buy some copyright infringing hat on Roblox. However, unlike other games aimed at a younger demographic, Roblox is kind of the Wild West when it comes to pricing. You look at games and you see the pricing for cosmetics being relatively standard, except if it's like a Valve game. When Deadlock gets skins, it'll be the death of my wallet. When you look at Roblox, however, cosmetics can sometimes go for ludicrously high prices. I remember when everyone was obsessing over core blocks and headless because of how ridiculously rare and expensive they were. Most people look chuffed beyond all belief with them, but low-key, no one cares about them anymore because you could just buy a knockoff that some guy made in 2 minutes in Blender. Also, while I'm talking about social pressure, Roblox devs love to take advantage of FOMO, or fear of missing out. There's the tried and true method of having limited time deals like starter packs for new players, or events with special rewards. However, Roblox has the premium payout system where developers get paid for the amount of time players with premium subscriptions spend in their games. If you've ever played a game, especially story-oriented games, and think to yourself, man, this is taking forever! Ah! My god, did I actually get jump scared by 6-7? It's 100% the developer just padding the game so that they can earn that bit of extra money. That's how you turn a game genre like horror, where there's not a lot of room for monetization without getting rid of the appeal, into a profitable cash farm. What devs will do is copy and paste the same formula into subsequent games disguised as sequels. Players play through the whole thing, and that results in a big payday for the devs. Now, devs use FOMO for premium payouts mainly by having a lot of time-dependent micro events that you can miss out on if you aren't patient enough. Probably the first thing that comes to my mind is Steal a Brain Rot. If I recall correctly, that game has like a guaranteed legendary brain rot spawn for you every few minutes. And there is like a mythic brain rot or something that takes even longer to spawn. I see like little kids out and about playing Steal a Brain Rot, eagerly waiting for the next brain rot to spawn, and I'm like, take in the environment around you. Be the tung 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 sahoro you want to see in the world, little bro. Kids are especially susceptible to this micro FOMO, as I'll call it. They aren't as big as like a seasonal event, but they're infrequent enough that a kid will feel like they're really missing out whenever they don't get these micro bursts of dopamine. This then becomes a slippery slope where kids then buy whatever junk the game sells, whether it's pet gambling or overpowered game passes. Last year, Roblox was able to generate $3.6 billion. That's a billion with a B, mostly from these silly little games where kids spend their Robux. That's because these Roblox devs now implement every single monetization strategy in the book. However, it's not just these strategies that they use. They're out here inventing new ways to maximize their revenue. Sure, they're all just variations on getting kids to maximize premium payouts, but they keep finding different tricks to do so. Back when Grow Garden blew up and got millions of concurrent players, I think its peak was like 22 million players, and that was bigger than Fortnite at its peak. You know, we like Fortnite, we like Fortnite! If you told me back in 2018 that the games to surpass Fortnite would be this, I thought that I finally gave it to the homeless guys selling me crack. I'm beating a dead horse, but for the love of God, this got 22 million players. The whole selling point of the game is that it plays itself. I thought it was the worst of it until Steal a Brain Rot breaks the record with 25 concurrent players. I was writing this and I forgot the million, but it's kind of funnier if I leave it that way. We just found the biggest game on Roblox, and its player base is smaller than a 4th grade classroom. Still, 25 million. You can fit 3 entire Hong Kongs and still have room to spare. The point I'm trying to make is that when you think of a heavily monetized Roblox game, you think of those cheap, boring obbies with flashing buttons literally everywhere, telling you to buy, and it's like every step there's always a product for you to purchase. It could also be one of those simulators where they stuff it out the wazoo with loot box or gacha mechanics. Well, those are heavily monetized, but like, so are these games. It's just that these games are a lot more subtle about it. Is subtle the right word? Because that feels antithetical to heavy monetization. I feel like subliminal would be the word to describe it. It puts you in situations where you think, I might as well buy something to give me the advantage. Even though these are pretty out of the way compared to the typical cash grab. That's how the games get you though, and I feel that's truly vile. Now, to answer my question from the beginning of the video, no. Roblox's increasing monetization isn't ethical. So, I went into this video hoping to maybe have some sort of uplifting message to end this video, similar to my Switch 2 video, but this is looking grim, guys. I'd say vote with your wallet, but these kids' parents have way bigger wallets to vote with than we do. I feel like there should be more legal regulations on game monetization, like how Belgium and the Netherlands banned loot boxes because it's obviously child gambling. But I'm over here looking at gacha games saying that there's nothing childish about this. Am I right, guys? Oh, that was terrible. But considering that Roblox is an American company and a huge chunk of players are American, plus the fact that if you take a peek at who's in charge of America right now—
Gone, I love Israel! Gone, I love Israel!
Yeah, fat chance of that happening. What I will say is to support small developers that make good games. I rate the concept of Robux as a currency an expired gift card out of 10. Freaking Rumi and Junie prison. Not Juno, Junie. Cause who the heck is this? Who the heck is this? Keep punching. Look at this. Oh my god! I landed on the buy thingy! The stupid game! I can't even buy it. Junie. This guy. Oh, he's still baby. Are you still Abby? Still Abby. It's not like Genu's a censored word because you can say it just fine right here. Like, why? Why the heck does Jinu need to be changed to Juni? And why is he the only character that needs to be changed?